Hello everyone, my name is Vladimir Kazarinov and this is a vlog about Russia. So in today's video I would like to describe some really interesting phenomena which takes place in Russia nowadays. The thing is, you know that in Russia is an emerging economy, so more and more people would like to open their own business, their own small business. So that's really great itself, but especially young people who finish colleges, and more of them in big cities especially, they don't like to be employed, they don't like to work for others, they don't like to be to work as employees, so they would like to open their business, which is kind of becomes fashionable in this country. I think this is great itself, but you know, there's a problem. The problem is that these young people, sometimes, really often, face, you know, the lack of knowledge, the lack of experience. They just don't know what to start with, what to do. So I would say the reason why they face this, because maybe not all of them are entrepreneurs according to their destiny, according to their skills and all these things. I have some experience, so I can a little bit qualified to speak about this. Me myself, I am a small entrepreneur. I run now copywriting agency. Before this I tried several niches. In some I was more successful, in some I was less successful. Anyway, I never faced the deficit of knowledge, so somehow I always knew what to do. I had ideas, I had impressions, so sometimes these ideas was wrong, so I was not so lucky, all these things. So getting back to the topic, so more and more people would like to start their own business. They face the deficit of the lack of knowledge, so, and you know, kind of is demand on knowledge, demand of you know, trainings produces this whole industry, which is called that's kind of more or less spread term in Russia, which is called infobusiness. So what is infobusiness? This is when some people, a lot of people actually, we have a lot of them, really a lot, who claim that they can teach you how to start your business, how to manage your business, how to become successful, and all these things. So they run not free, of course. They charge some fee, they charge some price for this. They organize different webinars, trainings, seminars, teaching programs, some centers, all these things, and they all claim that they can teach you how to become successful, quick, not in long term, how to become successful entrepreneur, successful businessman, all these things. So that becomes a whole industry. The quality of all these teachings, of all these trainings, you know, they suck. Sorry for my French, that's my opinion. So my opinion, my impression, one of the most typical way to become an info businessman is when, you know, somebody did real business. So he did something, he tried to sell something, to produce something, all these things, to trade something, and he or she did not succeed for different reasons. Just the business failed. So that's sometimes it happens. So he or she are future info businessman. So somehow they learn the basic about this business, they learn the terminology, they learn how it works commonly. So they decide, why don't I start my own, you know, teachings, my own training programs? So I would make some money on this, not in business itself, but in teaching others how to run business. So this is what he or she tries to do, and somehow on this he or she can make some money. So his students, they know nothing about this niche, they know nothing about doing business. So this new info businessman, somehow could be, you know, successful in this niche, telling people some common things about how to start company, how to make a business plan, how to this, how to that, how to promote, how to start advertising in offline and online, all these things. So, and he makes some money on this. So that's a typical way to become an info businessman. Another typical way to become an info businessman, I would say quite spread, is like, you know, a person, he or she, they don't have business at all. They never did real business. So but somehow they make, we live in the world of internet. We have internet spread mobile, we have Instagram, we have this all mobile apps, social media. So they like, produce, they make this illusion of kind of successful business, of successful lifestyle in their social media, especially in Instagram. It's really spread, often used social media in Russia. And after that, they say like, oh well, if they claim, they make offer to the auditor, like, if you want to live like me, if you want to share my lifestyle, just ask me how, and I will teach you for some of you, in exchange for some of your money. really standard way, really standards. Something typical. So let me show you a couple of examples on that. So this is an Instagram page. Let me not translate all the things, just commonly. So she's the lady, his name is Julia, and she claims that how to put 15 thousands of rubles, really small amount of money, how to make 3 millions of rubles, that's huge, that's great, in a year. I'm really interested how. And so he claims that he does rental businesses, so he wears the business. Actually, there's no business at all, so that's where he shows her luxury lifestyle, how he hangs out, how he or she makes some business conversations, some call. And of course, I learned how to make money on real estate. All right, that's cool. That's so she probably had some experience in doing real estate business, and so she can teach you how to make money. For she actually, to be honest, facing the truth, she doesn't make money on real estate business, but she tries to make money on teaching people how to make money on real estate business. That's the thing. All right, so let's see the next example. So once again, another lady, she's called Anastasia, and she claims that I tune your power into money, I live my better life, I create premium education, whatever it means. I teach how to sell easy and with love. All right, read my story. Of course, this is another offer for teaching, for some, seminar, some in exchange for your money, of course, with love, of course, with love. So to be honest, I don't have expectations that somebody sells me something that he or she will make this with love. So I would like this just in more standard circumstances. All right, so moving next. So let's have one more precise look on this lady's Instagrams. All right, so where's the business actually? Where's this? No business pictures, business environment, just her luxury, more or less luxury lifestyle, how she hangs out, how she has vacations, how she has perfect relationships, of course. All right, so moving next, the next example is the guy. He's one of the most well-known info businessmen in Russia. His name is Dmitry Kovpak, and he claims that he teaches how to make business with China. Business with China. This is what he does. So I would like to comment on this. It's my opinion, my humble experience of doing business. I did business in niche of sales, of retail, so I know something about this. My humble opinion: you cannot make business with entire country. You cannot make business with China. If only you're not Vladimir Putin. So in this case, you can make business with China itself. Mostly you do business in certain niche. You trade some certain types of goods. So you are interested in manufacturers which produce these certain groups, this group of different goods and all these things. So they could be located in China. If that's a really great manufacturer, that's a really great country which produces a lot everything, mostly everything. But decent manufacturer can be located in your own city, so this would be more profitable for you in terms of cost of logistics. So you don't have to buy these products in China, you can buy in your neighborhood. That's the thing. So the idea of making business with China, I would find it ridiculous. Also, let me persuade you. This guy, he himself doesn't have any real business with China, not with China. He teaches other people how to make business with China. So this is what he does, and that's how he makes some money. Yes, he does. All right. So that's some examples of these info businessmen. This is what we do, and we have a lot of them. Really, a lot of them. Really. Sorry once again for my French, a shitload of them, a shitload of info businessmen in Russia. They try to make money on this. Why this takes place? Why do some people decide to start the info business? Well, the reasons are obvious. You know, you don't need to make some investments. You don't need to put your money on the risks, on some assets. You don't need to buy goods. You don't need to rent some property to sell something. You don't need to pay salary to your employees. You just switch on your camera like I do now, but I don't sell anything right now. I'm just speaking about this country. And you start to kind of to teach, so, and you are always profitable. You never fail. That's it. Another reason, no responsibility, right? So you, if some of your students will be successful because that's something random, that's something statistical, you can claim, oh, that's my training, my seminars are great, so that's I have successful students. If some of your students will be not so successful, you can claim that, well, they didn't follow my good instructions, my great teaching is good, so that's they fail, not mine. So you are always right, you're always successful info businessman. All these things. All right. Moving next, interesting thing took place in the end of previous year in the niche of info business. We have champions in this niche. We have the largest, the biggest info businessmen which make tons of money till now. They have a lot of money on doing this info business. And one of the most well-known info businessmen in Russia, his name is Ayaz Shabudinov. So let me show his personal website. So that's the guy. Let me not translate the whole contents of the site. So that's Ayaz Shabudinov, who I am. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a popularizer of business. So that's where he tells his story, that he started from really humble conditions. Then he started to to grow up, to rise. It was all great, it was all successful. He looked in these pictures not so successful, but in next pictures more successful pictures, even more successful pictures, and quite successful. And here really nice, really good photos, really all these things. So that's the guy. He looks more and more successful, more and more, more and more great. So the pictures become more and more. That's the beginning again. All right. So here's some info, and here he claims that everybody can be an entrepreneur. That's what is written here. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. I would like to specially comment on this. My opinion, not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody have special, destiny, special sets of skills, of habits, of motivation to become an entrepreneur. You could be successful, be as employee. You can make great career as employee. You can make great corporate career. You can become a top manager. So your own business is not the universal way to become successful, to have no need for money. That's something special. That's something not for everybody, for these people. Somebody would be great as a doctor, somebody would be great as a teacher, somebody would be great as a professional, I know, sportsman, so a lawyer, all these things. So not everybody can be an entrepreneur. This is what his guy claims. And also, of course, he has his whole educational center. So let's look at the site of the center. So It's called Like Center. So let's have a look. So this is his company, his programs, his reviews, his teaching courses. And here we have some reviews about from his students, and let's have a look at one of them. So let's have a look on the very first. Well, the guy's name is Nikolai Karach. It's really great because the last name is not so spread in Russia, so we can easily search for him something. Here he claims that he started to do business on Wildberries. Wildberries is one of the biggest marketplaces in Russia. I will tell about it some later. So he claims that he started to sell chairs. So these are chairs. So, and here this is the chair spec. So, and this is quite more or less nice sums of earnings. So bigger sum of earnings. So, and some successful stuff. And he's something where he produces something. So that's his story, and even bigger numbers of earnings and of profits. So he claims that his business is really great by just trading chairs. All right, great. Let's really quickly search for the guy, really quickly, and see was he ever registered as self-employed, or maybe co-owner of the company. And let's see. Yes, I would say this is the guy, the same first and last name. I don't think that's a coincidence. So we can see that the guy was actually registered as solo entrepreneur from the year of 2020 to the year of 2022. He was the sole entrepreneur for less than 3 years, and for some reasons he canceled his registration in the year of 2022. So I wonder why he had to stop his business. Maybe because the business was not so lucky as he claims it to be. That's a really typical situation for this whole info business industry. All right, another interesting news that getting back to this one of the top info businessmen in Russia, Ayaz Shabudinov. Well, sad news came in the end of previous year in November, I guess. So Ayaz Shabudinov was arrested. So his several former students complained on him in police that they paid to him a lot of money, up to 1 million rubles for his some higher levels teaching seminars, teaching programs, but they actually didn't get something back, something useful for them. Just common stuff about how to be successful, how to reach your goals, how to never give up, how all these things. Also, some of them, millions of rubles is a huge sum in Russia. Is really nice sum, especially for some, training. Goddamn it. So the most of them didn't have these sums of money in cash, so they borrowed this money to pay to Ayaz Shabudinov to come to his courses in hope that they will have their own successful business. This didn't happen, so they complained to police, and the guy is now under arrest. You see, he looks not so successful, and the investigation goes on about his info business activity. So all these things. So that's the thing. So that's the industry. That's the industry in common. I would say this: if you wanted to run your business, you don't need to have any courses, any seminars. This all common stuff like never give up, like do your best, like what else? All they say all this. Like be best of you, like all these things. This all can be for free, and right now I'm giving this to you for free. You don't need to pay money even for me for this all common stuff. All right. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Good luck to all of you with your businesses, with all careers. If you have business, especially, good luck. That's unstable way to make money, more risky. when employed career, but it's worth to do if this is something you really you have intention, you have your destiny to do. All right, and also if you have such similar phenomena in your country where you are from, which can be called this info business, why don't you comment, why don't you describe in the comments below this video? I think this would be interesting and really useful for me. I would like to read this. All right, so thanks for watching once again, and see you in next videos.